So, hello everyone and welcome to our podcast. And this is about what is the best dragon in Clash of Clans. Now, currently I've been a Clash of Clans veteran myself, so I have plenty of experience in the field with dragons. So, without further ado, let's start with the first dragon. The dragon. The dragon, yeah. It's just underwhelming. Okay, went a bit too far. But the dragon is an air troop, like with all of the dragons, unlocked at Town Hall 7. It takes up 20 housing space, and is actually pretty tanky for an air troop of its time. And the thing about dragons is, it's pretty tanky, it can sustain itself. And also, because they're actually on the tanky side, and they're actually really powerful, so they're always used as clan castle troops, but many players have learned to expect that. So always put 2 dragons in your hand or some other options if you have the ability to train them. The thing about dragons is that they can act as a sort of tanker and a damage dealer at the same time, but it's more commonly that they're used as a tanker in most cases, although sometimes in later town halls it might be used for attacking. But the reason that it's used as a tank in the early stages is because there's no other tank like that before you've unlocked the Lava Hound, and also for the pure reason that the dragon tends to stray away and attack trash buildings. So you can use the dragon and the balloon with the dragon's tank with the balloons, and the balloons destroy the defenses. But the dragon also has its own disadvantages. It can destroy it in a few hits by an air defense, unless you freeze it or have a lava hound beforehand. Or there's another issue, it's 20 housing space. Come on, 20 housing space? I mean, I get that's offset by its power, but if you lose one, 20 housing space gone. Nevertheless, it's still used in powerful strategies like Dragon and Lightning, of which I guess everyone hates. And I think that's it on the dragon. So now let's talk more about the baby dragon. Yeah, the baby dragon. The 2 baby dragons are 20 housing space, so 1 baby dragon is 10. And although they're slightly weaker, the baby dragon has a unique ability. It's called Tantrum, and basically the baby dragon gets enraged if there's no air units nearby him within 4 tiles. Now this is very useful as it can destroy collectors outside if you're farming, and they can actually take down the higher level dragon because of this ability. I mean, you can lure them to the corner of a map, 2 baby dragons split apart by 4 tiles, and because they're both enraged, this is actually really good. And instead of a dragon, most clan castles have higher level dragons, so 1 dragon wouldn't be enough, but 2 babies, they'd definitely be enough. I mean, the Electro Dragon's ability cannot be chained with it, and the baby dragon's rage ability also makes him better. So, baby dragon it is for me. And also, it's 10,000 space. And it's also, much more flexible. Say if you use 10 dragons, 20 baby dragons, they'll also do the job. And they will actually do it not bad. And they're also very good individual farming troops. Say if you got, an archer tower that you need to distract, a baby dragon will give the perfect time for that to launch an assault on it. So, baby dragons, really useful. But come on. It's one of the few useful babies we got out there. Next thing we got is the Electro Dragon. Now, come on. Everyone spams it. I don't need to introduce it. It's 30 housing space. It's chain lightning ability. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to explain because, it's used by everyone. Town Hall 11 and onwards. Okay, so time to speak about if the Electro Dragon is actually good. Now, the Electro Dragon is, slow attack speed, And also the Air Sweeper. That's why you get the Air Sweeper maxed out Town Hall 11. The spells can boost their output well, and the Electro Dragon Town Hall 9 is often very, very hard to destroy. Like, even with 2 dragons of Town Hall 9 level, I'll often spend myself taking 10 seconds to destroy one. So usually the best way to deal with Electro Dragons, use your own Electro Dragons. And also the Electro Dragon isn't that good, to be honest. I mean, sure, but if you have space, the outside you can put trash buildings that are 2, and then put some air defenses, archer towers in range, and coupled with the slow attack speed of Electro Dragons, they'll be halted in place and will likely, maybe if not completely destroyed and gone, but severely damaged, it'll eventually start an attack. Come on. Don't underestimate Wizard Tower. Okay? And also the Expo Inferno Tower and the Eagle Artillery. Come on, they're useful. Okay? And last but not least, we have the Dragon Rider. Now, Dragon Riders isn't that good of a clan castle troop, because can only be donated by Town Hall 13s, which isn't that common when you're in not a good clan, but something I would definitely recommend doing is putting a Dragon Rider instead of an Electro Dragon. First of all, it can definitely surprise your opponent. And also, they have more health than Electro Dragons, thus making them harder to kill. And also, thirdly, they'll definitely win against an Electro, considering that the defenses are good enough. However, the thing about a Dragon Rider is that it only targets one unit. So say if it's mass balloon spam, yeah, a Dragon Rider won't do. But in most cases, the Dragon Rider will solve the problem. So out of all dragons, which is my favorite? First of all, it's the baby dragon. Obviously, it being a useful and flexible farming tool. Albeit not being the most powerful, but it's not a bad dragon either. The second dragon of my favorite is the dragon. Obviously, he's second because you unlock him at Town 7, which isn't that high of a level requirement. And also, he's quite powerful, even at later Town Halls. The third one goes to the Dragon Rider. I mean, it's also helpful in offense, being defense targeting, and that is actually very beneficial as, remember I said about dragons not funneling correctly? Well, no problem with a Dragon Rider as, well, it goes straight for the defense. And my least favorite is the Electro Dragon. Sorry, Electro, but come on. You're just... Okay, I get it. Your chain lightning ability is unique, but sadly, when you compare yourself with all the other dragons, it still falls short on par. However, still a good air troop though for those Electro Dragon fans. Post in my comments that basically blah blah blah, Electro Dragon is the best air troop. But anyways, that's it today, guys, and see you in the next Clash Cock podcast.